Over the summer, I traveled to Ghana with the Zakath Foundation as part of a Muslim service fellowship that I won for creating an original song about social justice. Faith and philanthropy are intertwined concepts in Islam. I grew up in a Pakistani Muslim household, and that upbringing provided me with a lot of cultural and religious motifs that accompanied me on my service learning trip working with Muslims in Ghana. And this experience provided me with a lot of awareness of my own privilege and really shattered stereotypes that are associated with going to a developing country to do service work as an American. Poverty was definitely a theme that characterized my experience in Ghana. Specifically, I worked at a Cassava co-op with 40 Ghanaian women in a predominantly Muslim village in Ghana called Sunyani. I helped them throughout every agricultural process, from harvesting cassava to eventually selling it in the local marketplace. And this group of women really struggled financially to support their families and offer enough food for their children. But something about their quality of life and how this cassava co-op operated made me feel impoverished as an American. And in that sense, I kind of realized that those of us who live in the US and in the West as a whole are impoverished in terms of our work-life balance. I think that while people in developing countries might struggle economically and financially, my peers and I in the US lament over the conundrum of finding the perfect work-life balance. And the families in Sunyani seem to have it all figured out. In the US, we spend time away from our families at very young ages, away at college, at work, at internships, extracurricular activities, and our personal career values and experiential privilege in the US certainly advance us technologically and strengthen us economically, but in my experience, I think that this lifestyle leaves us impoverished, disconnected, and unfulfilled spiritually and emotionally. The atmosphere in the Cassava co-op was unlike anything that I've ever experienced. Nursing mothers and toddlers and teenage children all spent the day at the co-op in the proximity of their loved ones. Children as young as 3 and 4 years old would look after their infant siblings just a few feet away from their mothers, who surrounded this astronomically growing pile of cassava that would be sliced and shredded day in and day out. There was something very benevolent when it came to the spiritual and devotional beliefs of Muslims in Ghana. I feel like they were very free from the distractions that we have in the US of technology, from everything from iPhones and iPads to the busy 9-to-5 Western career lifestyle. And I think that that lifestyle really limits personal and family time. And for Muslims in Ghana, faith becomes their recreation. And that's a concept that was very, very foreign to me when I was there. And if there's anything that I learned during my experience working at the Cassava co-op in Ghana, it's that as Americans, we don't have our lives completely figured out, and we could really use improvements on how we balance our careers and precious time with families.
Sometimes it's not real, the way the water falls besides the city streets. It looks like peace, though we are farther from it. Though we are so removed from who we are and what has happened here, yeah. So go on, turn the other cheek. Act like you haven't seen what you haven't seen. Go on. Walk away from railroad tracks, interrupters at your back. Tell me